Okay, everybody, John with you. Welcome back to my channel and to my candle empties. These are the candles that I've burnt and the wax that I've melted in the just recently past month of February. So let's take a look and see what I went through. Just a couple of things on the melt front. I melted this Yankee tart in sage and citrus. It's very, very light, but nice, but oddly kind of powdery too. I don't know, I have that. I smell baby powder in so many things, but sage and citrus and baby powder, pretty light though. And then also this Yankee tart in greenhouse. I was hoping this would be strong because I would love to smell this. But I couldn't smell anything. It was just, yeah, I couldn't smell a thing. Then I went through this Sensationals limited edition Aquaholic. This was amazing, really strong. Definitely an aquatic smell. Also, it's a little bit cologne-y to me. Sort of a powdery cologne. I mean, here we go with the baby powder again, but powdery cologne, aquatic, very strong. Well, it's eucalyptus and sea salt. Eucalyptus. That doesn't smell like eucalyptus to me. It doesn't. It's cologne-y, you know, cologne-y and aquatic, and I liked it very strong, probably like a 9. I mean, I melted this thing mostly in the foyer, and for a couple of nights for each block, it really filled the apartment. So this was very good, very strong. Now that's all I finished in terms of melts. So now on to regular candles. This one here, it's a White Barn Eucalyptus Snowfall in the nice green plaid here. It reads frozen eucalyptus, savory spearmint, winter lavender with essential oils. It did soot a little bit. I mean, my fault. I don't really trim the wicks, especially at the end. So they do kind of tend to sit up at the end there sometimes. And I live in a really well-ventilated place. It always has like the windows above the door and the bathroom open and the lanai and the windows here are open. So there's a lot of air coming through. I don't worry about soot too much. This was a very pleasant one. I mean, it definitely was that sort of eucalyptus and mint scent. Not super strong. I'd say it was like a 6. You know, you could smell it. It was present, but it wasn't super strong. I don't know about lavender, but it was very pleasant. And also the mint was more of like a sweet mint. So it wasn't like an astringent sort of smell, but it was, I mean, I think the title kind of says it well, Eucalyptus Snowfall. It is that, like if snow smelled like eucalyptus, or you had a eucalyptus snow cone. Here's one I meant to burn this on Valentine's Day, and then I forgot, and so I ended up doing it after Valentine's Day. But I recently picked up a couple of AVON candles while thrifting, and this one was Mademoiselle, and it was a pink wax, and I thought it would be good for Valentine's Day. There's no description of the scent, but it's definitely like a feminine perfume. Somewhat maybe like an older lady perfume, which I don't mean negatively. I just mean, you know, it's not something like a 20-something person would be wearing. But very nice. Was not super strong, like a 5. It was sort of present. I could smell it more in the bathroom when it was burning there, and it was a pink wax. The performance was fine, and it burnt all the way down to the end. So yeah, I was okay with it. I would get other AVON candles if I saw them while thrifting. This was another thrift store find. This was only $2.99. An evergreen from a few years back, White Barn or Bath and Body Works. This one reads, made with cedar wood and cinnamon essential oils with notes of fir needle and pine. Of course, I would be wanting to compare this to Fresh Balsam, which is one of my favorite Bath and Body Works candles, evergreen. So I have said numerous times on this channel that I cannot really tell the difference between all these different pine scents. I mean, and some people really can, and they know all the nuances of it, and I just don't. I mean, to me, if something is sort of piney, it's piney. I mean, it can be more astringent or it can be more sweet, but that's kind of the only difference I'm really that aware of. So if I'm comparing this to Fresh Balsam, I'm saying I enjoyed this candle a lot. It was great. I would get it again. It's very similar to Fresh Balsam, except it is a bit sweeter. Fresh Balsam is really astringent. It's really like tingly on your nose or whatever. Like you go, whoa, I really smell that. And this you can definitely smell, but it doesn't bite you in the face in quite the same way that a Fresh Balsam does. So this is a little bit sweeter. I like the presentation here. And it was strong too. I would say it was an 8. You know, it was quite strong and I could smell throughout the house. Maybe not as strong as Fresh Balsam, but it was still, you know, pretty strong candle. And I really enjoyed it. I would get it again. Sort of like a sweeter version of Fresh Balsam, I guess. Now, this one was a Patriot candle that I had gotten on sale quite a while ago at Walmart, and I had started burning it before the fall, and then I wanted to do fall candles, and I put this away and brought it back out this month, past month. Finished it up. Tranquil Retreat. It was a 3-layer candle, tricolor. Garden Rain, Days End, and Indigo Nights. And I would say this was, for me, pretty unscented. I mean, if I stood right over it, literally stuck my nose down in it, I could get a little bit of something, except for the last layer. The last layer, the Indigo Nights, I could kind of smell. That one seemed to be stronger than the other two, so I would say it was maybe a 4. Like I had to sort of be around it to pick up that scent, but it was there. And it was just, I mean, it's hard to know exactly what that scent was because it's the 3rd one. So I don't know like how much of the others are mixed into it by that point to say it's what a pure Indigo Nights would smell like. But it was just sort of a slightly aquatic, a little bit floral, and a little bit musky, I would say too. So, you know, this, I wouldn't get this one again though. It just didn't smell that much. Okay, here's a candle that my cousin got me for Christmas. Revive, it's called. I don't know the name of the company, but that might be the name of the company. I don't know. It's an order, one of those companies it's all like cruelty-free and organic and yada, yada, yada products of all kinds, which she's really into that. And she got this candle for me to try along with some other stuff. Some chapstick from them, which is wonderful. Their chapstick is absolutely wonderful. The candle is coconut water and jasmine. Had a really nice scent to it. Definitely coconut, you know, strongly coconut, and then very lightly with the jasmine flower, very light. I liked it. I liked the scent of it, definitely. You'll notice it's only like halfway down. What happened with this is, I have to be honest, terrible performance. Terrible. Like I would light it I couldn't even light all 3 wicks at the beginning. I could only light 2 of them. Eventually, on like the second night, I was able to light the 3rd wick. And they would like put themselves out. Like they would just burn down and the wax was still fully there, and they would whoop, like put themselves out after half an hour. And I had to relight it and pour some out several times. This is in the first 2 nights of burning it. Wow, the first 2 nights of burning, even after the, you know, the second night, it was still doing that. So upon the 3rd night, I was like, okay, you know, this sucks. Okay. This is a horribly performing, beautifully smelling candle. I'm done with dealing with this. So I just put it on the warmer. I have an electric like plate warmer, and I just set it on the warmer for like a week, you know, and just let the scent come out that way. And it smelled beautiful. It's a beautiful scent, but you can't burn it. I couldn't burn it. Insane. It was probably very expensive too. No, absolutely not. But their chapstick is amazing. Then here's something I got from Ross. La Chandelle brand, sea salt and coconut. This was a 3-wick candle with a wooden lid. You can tell the wicks kind of moved around a little bit at the end. That's okay because I burnt it all the way down. This was a nice candle. This had a good scent. It was like a 5 or 6. You know, I could smell it. And the description was pretty accurate. I mean, sea salt and coconut. Again, this one would be heavy on the sea salt and lighter on the coconut, for sure. Definitely an ocean scent with a light. Maybe like if you were just putting on the smallest amount of sunscreen by the ocean, the smallest amount. I don't know. It was nice. Okay, the last candle was one that I got at the recent TJ Maxx post-holiday sale. Farmhouse, this is a big old candle. Farmhouse candles, cypress woods. Beautiful green jar. This was a natural soy candle. No description notes on it, but I mean, cypress woods. What do you know? What a concept. It was like, that's what it was. It was a woodsy smell. Like all different kinds of green leaves and tree bark and leaves, you know, on the ground. And it just had that very, very woodsy scent. And it was a really delightful candle. It was a good throw, a 7. No performance issues whatsoever, burnt all the way down. It was cheap. It was cheap and it was good. Is there anything better than a cheap, good candle? Cypress woods, I would get it again. All right, those are the candles that I burnt in the month of February, right? Yeah, this is March, February. Yeah. So comment below if you have any comments or questions about these candles, or had any of them, or thoughts about them. Subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. Give the video a thumbs up. And yeah, let me hear from you. And I hope everything's going well with you guys here in 2021. Seems an awful lot like 2020 to me, but I don't know. So we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good week. I'm going to be doing more video. I have a lot of videos lined up. I don't know. I have videos lined up I should be doing. So I'll probably see you really soon if you watch all my videos. Talk to you later.